you ever woken from a dream that felt too real? A moment where you were hovering, floating above your own sleeping body, and in that moment, you knew you weren't just dreaming. Maybe it was just a dream, or maybe it was something far deeper. There is a hidden thread, spoken of in ancient scrolls, whispered through sacred ceremonies, and confirmed by thousands of people who have seen the other side. It's called the silver cord, an invisible bridge, a lifeline of the soul. The final thread that separates life from death. This mysterious cord has been described for thousands of years. Some say it's made of pure light, others describe it as a living energy that connects your physical body to your higher self. It's the reason you return from dreams, the reason you can travel beyond your body and still come back. And one day, it's what releases you when your time has come. But what is it really? Is it metaphor, myth, or is it a real energetic phenomenon, one we are only beginning to understand? In this video, we'll journey into realms seen only by the awakened, the dying, the spiritually sensitive, and the astral traveler. We'll explore sacred texts, modern accounts, ancient teachings, and chilling near-death experiences that all point to one profound truth, that your soul is not bound by flesh and blood. It is tethered gently by light. And when that cord finally breaks, you don't vanish. You go home. This is the untold story of your connection to the spirit world. This is the mystery of the silver cord and how your soul leaves the body. What is the silver cord? Across deserts, temples, mountains, and monasteries, mystics from every corner of the ancient world have spoken of it. A glowing tether, a spiritual thread, the invisible lifeline between body and soul. Some called it the silver cord. Others, the thread of life, the spirit cable, or the light string. But its purpose is almost always the same: to keep the soul connected to the body, like an infant is tethered to the womb, not with flesh, but with energy, with light. It's said to be thin but unbreakable, shimmering, liquid-like, with a silver hue that bends with movement and pulses with consciousness. It stretches during sleep, it contracts during fear, it tugs during spiritual awakening, and when it breaks, it never reconnects. This isn't a New Age idea. In fact, one of the earliest recorded references comes from the Bible itself. In Ecclesiastes 12 verse 6, it says, "Before the silver cord is loosed, the golden bowl is broken, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it." The silver cord is the soul's final link. When it loosens, the body dies and the spirit moves on. In Hinduism, the concept is more subtle, woven into the teachings of the pranamaya kosha, the breath body. This energetic sheath sustains life through prana, or life force. Yogis speak of a hidden channel, the Sushumna Nadi, through which the soul rises at death, gently tugging on this sacred cord as it prepares to leave. And in Tibetan Buddhism, the teachings of the Bardo Thodol, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, describe the soul's transition. While not naming the silver cord directly, the text explains how the consciousness exits the body during death and dreams, tethered only by karmic ties and energetic threads. The silver cord appears again and again in different names across different ages, yet always with the same message, that your body is not your whole self. It's a home, a vessel for something eternal. And that eternal self never wanders without a way back. In countless modern experiences, especially during out-of-body journeys, deep meditation, and near-death experiences, witnesses describe the same thing. They float above themselves, feeling free, distant, serene. And then, they notice it, a cord faint, glowing, but unmistakably real, connecting them to their body as if waiting for permission. They may fly through ceilings, pass through walls, even visit far-off loved ones, but the cord always remains, until it doesn't. And when that moment comes, something profound begins. The silver cord in near-death experiences. Death is often thought of as an ending, but for many who have been there and returned, it's something else entirely. A transition, a moment where the soul steps outside of the body and sees everything from above. One of the most documented and chilling near-death experiences comes from a woman named Pam Reynolds. In 1991, Pam underwent a rare and dangerous operation to remove a brain aneurysm near her brainstem. To perform the surgery, doctors induced what they called standstill death. Her body temperature was lowered to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Her brainwaves went completely flat. Her heart stopped. By every medical standard, Pam was gone, but when Pam came back, she described things that no one expected. She remembered the surgical tools being used, the sound of a specific saw. She even recounted a joke the surgeon told while she was unconscious. Most chilling of all, she recalled floating above her body, watching, listening, tethered by a silver thread. Pam's story isn't unique. Thousands around the world have shared eerily similar accounts across cultures, religions, and ages. I was above the room. I saw the nurses trying to revive me, but I didn't feel fear. I felt peace. And there was this cord, like liquid light, still holding me. I died in a plane crash. I saw the wreckage. My body was inside, but I was floating. I wasn't ready. The cord pulled me back. Young boy, I was in the hospital. I flew through the ceiling, but something pulled me down, like a rope made of stars. Doctors, pilots, children, monks, despite having no contact with each other, their words mirror the same mystery, the silver cord. Always there, always glowing, always anchoring them to life until the moment it lets go. In many of these near-death experiences, people say they felt no fear of death. Only curiosity, a deep sense of calm, and an awareness that the cord meant they weren't done yet. Some describe the cord attaching to the heart, others to the solar plexus or the crown. But always, it connects soul to body like a spiritual umbilical cord, feeding life, carrying memory, maintaining the bond until the soul is ready to move on. These aren't vague hallucinations. In some cases, patients recalled things happening in other rooms, far away from their body. Things later confirmed by nurses and family members. How is that possible? Could it be that our consciousness is not trapped in the brain? Could the silver cord be the key to understanding what we really are? Not just flesh, but light. The silver cord reminds us that death is not darkness. It is expansion, a release, a homecoming, but only when the time is right. Until then, the cord holds us, not as a prison, but as a promise. The role of the cord in astral projection. While near-death experiences are often spontaneous, astral projection is intentional. It's not science fiction, it's an ancient practice. A sacred journey, trained for, meditated upon, and passed down through the ages. Tibetan monks, Egyptian high priests, mystics from the Andes to the Himalayas. They all describe the same sacred mechanics. The soul, your astral body, detaches gently from the physical, sometimes through the crown, other times from the heart or the solar plexus. It rises, weightless, still tethered. That connection? The silver cord, glowing, alive, like a cosmic rubber band, always ready to snap you back when needed. For centuries, those who practice astral projection describe one critical truth. As long as the cord is intact, you can return. But wander too far or try to cut the journey short, and you'll feel it. A tug, like something pulling you back to earth, not violently, but lovingly. Javier's journey. Javier, a spiritual teacher from Peru, was no stranger to meditation. He had studied under shamans and mystics since childhood, but it wasn't until one full moon night that something changed. He entered a deep state, his breath slowed, his heartbeat softened. And then, he felt a shift, a sensation like weightlessness, as if the floor had disappeared. He opened his eyes, but saw no room. Instead, he was hovering above his childhood home, thousands of miles away. He recognized the rooftop, the fig tree in the backyard, even the old swing where he used to play. But just as wonder turned to panic, a warmth enveloped him. A gentle tug, like an invisible embrace, wrapped around his chest and pulled him home. Javier awoke, gasping, sweating, and smiling. "I saw it," he said. "The silver cord. It's not just an idea, it's real. And it brought me back." You don't realize how powerful the soul is until you leave the body, but you don't realize how loving the universe is until it shows you the way back. Astral projection isn't fantasy. It's a frontier of consciousness, a doorway into the deeper you. And at the center of it all is the cord. A tether of light, a safety line woven by spirit, a promise that while your soul may explore, it will never be truly lost, not while the cord remains. There comes a moment when the journey of the soul reaches its final turning point. Unlike a dream or an out-of-body experience, this one is permanent. The silver cord, the luminous tether between body and soul, doesn't shatter or tear. It fades, it dissolves. And when it does, there is no return. In this moment, the soul is no longer tethered, no longer anchored to the weight of the physical world. It rises free. Real hospice story. The light that lingers. A hospice nurse named Elaine had witnessed over 100 passings. But one night, she saw something she could never explain away. Moments after an elderly man took his final breath, Elaine noticed a faint mist rising above his chest. Not smoke, not shadow, a presence. She froze, sensing a peace she couldn't put into words. I didn't feel fear, she recalled. I felt like someone had just been gently released. Many hospice workers report the same things. A soft light near the crown, a warmth, the subtle scent of flowers, and sometimes a presence that lingers for just a moment longer before lifting away. The sacred unraveling. The breaking of the silver cord is not an ending, it is a return. In ancient Egypt, they called it entering the West. In Tibetan teachings, it's the great liberation. Across cultures, the moment of death has never been described as chaos, but as release. A hand opening, a light rising, a song finally returning home. Dorian's vision. Dorian, a spiritual seeker from Italy, described a vision he had during a near-death coma. He said he felt like his soul was floating above his body. Then, he saw it. The cord, it wasn't breaking, he said, it was melting into light. And as it vanished, I wasn't scared. I felt like I was being called home. The silver cord, the final bridge between the spirit and the body, doesn't need to snap. It simply knows when it's time to let go. And so, the soul is free. Free to move on, to return to source, to awaken in a new realm of being. A realm that begins where the silver cord ends. Is the cord visible? Can the silver cord actually be seen? Not usually with the naked eye, but that doesn't mean it isn't real. Throughout history, mystics, healers, and seers have spoken of a shimmering thread they perceive, not physically, but spiritually. It's not like a rope. It's not even always silver. It's a frequency, a connection, a pulsing, living bridge of light. Ancient visions, modern eyes. The ancients painted it in symbols, lines connecting the spirit to the sun, golden threads from the crown of the head into the heavens. In modern times, energy-sensitive people have taken it further. Kirlian photography, developed in the 1930s, captures high-frequency energy fields. Some believe it shows the aura, and potentially parts of this cord in moments of heightened emotion or transformation. When the cord is felt most, the silver cord is often strongest during states of transition. In lucid dreams, when you realize you're dreaming and feel a pull back to your body. In moments of trauma, when people speak of hovering outside themselves. In childbirth, when some women report sensations of floating or momentary separation. And in death, when the cord releases entirely. These are the threshold moments, when the veil is thin. The healer's vision. A Reiki healer named Mira once described an experience during a session with a grieving mother. Her energy was shattered, Mira said, but as I placed my hands near her crown, I suddenly saw it. A soft strand of light swaying, almost like moonlight on water, connecting her heart to something higher. Mira didn't speak of it until years later, but that vision never left her. Seeing beyond the eyes. Seeing the silver cord isn't about eyesight, it's about inner sight, your intuition, your sensitivity to energy, your connection to the non-physical realms. Some never see it with their eyes, but they feel it in their chest, in their dreams, in the quiet moments when their soul whispers, "You are more than this body." So can you see the cord? Not always, but if you listen closely enough, you'll know it's there. The silver cord and sleep. When you sleep, your body rests, but your consciousness, it travels. Ancient mystics and modern dream researchers agree, sleep is more than a physical necessity. It's a nightly departure, a temporary separation. Astral wandering in sleep. Your astral self, the subtle energetic body, drifts beyond the limits of the physical world. Some visit symbolic dreamscapes, others wander the astral plane, and some meet others doing the same. But through it all, one thing remains, the silver cord. It stays connected, always. Anchoring you, guiding you home. The jerk awake. Have you ever fallen in a dream endlessly? Right before impact, you wake up, that sudden jolt, the sharp inhale, the pounding heart. Some believe that's the silver cord snapping you back, protecting you from going too far while asleep. It's not fear. It's a safety mechanism. A spiritual tether that knows when it's time to return. Sleep paralysis, lucid dreams, and the cord. In states like sleep paralysis, the astral body may be halfway between dimensions, aware but unable to re-enter fully. In lucid dreams, the cord often fades from awareness, but it's still there, like a soft whisper, holding the link between two worlds. A built-in spiritual safeguard. Whether you're a scientist or a spiritualist, sleep remains a mystery. But across disciplines, there's one unshakable truth. Something leaves and something returns. And whatever lies between, the silver cord holds the balance. It's the invisible bridge between dreaming and waking, between wandering and coming home. Every night, you journey far beyond your body. And every morning, the cord brings you back. Like a mother calling her child home. The silver cord, the bridge between worlds, the lifeline of the soul, the silent witness to your journey through realms seen and unseen. Whether you're dreaming, traveling, or passing on, the cord remains, watchful, patient, loving. It's your companion through sleep, your guide through death, your tether to purpose in this life. And when your story on earth is done, it doesn't break. It releases softly, peacefully, eternally. So tonight, as you lay your head down to sleep, ask yourself, where will your soul wander? Subscribe for more hidden spiritual mysteries. Until next time.